Today was a crazy day for myself and the Daily Sniper. We were able to identify weakness at market open, and boy, did we take advantage of it. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I was able to identify this morning's sell-off, as well as preparing you guys to trade the best setups at the best prices. If you would like to be a part of the Daily Sniper Discord, the #1 options Discord in the world. We live stream every single day, Monday to Friday, and we're also live streaming full days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 30% off, link in the bio, use code Canada. Let's get into it. So in this morning's pre-market live stream that we do every single morning in the Daily Sniper community, we had a couple levels, right? The first level that we were watching was the first level that we were trading close to was yesterday's high, right? We had pretty much 594. This was yesterday's high. We knew if we were able to hold this level as a support, SPY was going to go where? To our sell zone, to our short zone. We knew that this was the best level to be shorting at, but for the micro, there was much better levels to be watching, and we ended up capitalizing on it. So this was the level we were watching. I'm going to show you play by play how I was able to identify these trades. So market open, we ended up showing weakness. We ended up opening, right? We showed weakness up here. We couldn't break pre-market high. As soon as we ended up breaking the low of this pre-market candle, I ended up getting puts and I sold the move for almost a point. We ended up breaking through yesterday's resistance. We retested it. I ended up getting puts. Ended up being almost the high of the day today. And what did I end up doing? I sold this move. I made an absolute bag, and I did not stop there. We ended up having the SPY's previous closing price at 592.78. This dotted line is where SPY ended up closing yesterday. We broke through it. We came back above it. I ended up alerting this live on stream. We have a one rejection of PCP. So this is going to be a gap and go. As soon as the next candle came up, I ended up alerting 593 puts, and look what this move did. It was 2 and done trades. You don't need to trade anymore. I had a 4-figure day only trading 20 contracts. So we made a lot of money today with not a lot of risk, and we were just waiting and trading confirmation. We were trading patterns, and we were also trading big resistance levels, right? Once a resistance level becomes a support, it's going up. Once a support turns into a resistance, it's going down. You don't need all these fancy indicators. You don't need to be listening to random people, right? Live streaming and try to take their trades, right? We show you the right way how to do this, and I show you how I am personally profitable trading this strategy. And it's a strategy that I did not invent. It's been around here for a while. I've just mastered it, and that's what I teach here. So the levels that we were watching was yesterday's high, right? After that, we had the PCP, SPY's previous closing price. Underneath that, we had a level that we used from the day before, 591.93, right? You want to know why I ended up using this level? Just look at, this was already a level that we had. So we broke through this level yesterday. Look at the resistance that we had, right? We used it as support. We went higher. Once we made it as a resistance, we went lower. We hit it again. We went lower. Then we broke through it. This is where I ended up buying calls yesterday, right? 1 5-minute wick of support, 2 5-minute wicks of support. So the previous resistance turned into a support on the 5-minute time frame. Now, let's look over here. The same level, 591.93, was a freaking brick wall today. Look at the floor that we had. Absolute beautiful support. Every time it came back down to this level, if you just bought calls, you printed. And as soon as we came up to PCP, SPY's previous closing price, you made money until we finally had a fake out breakout. I ended up buying calls here and alerting calls here because it looked too good to be true. This was my level. I was waiting for, I told everyone, avoid calls until we open or close above 593.94, yesterday's high, right? I ended up getting calls on the pullback, and it just didn't rip up at all. So I ended up stopping out of this trade, small L, but I just like to be transparent. That was what I was looking at, right? You see how we had sloping support, SPY's making higher highs and higher lows. We ended up breaking through our key level, closing, but it ended up being a double top, right? This is why we wait for the confirmation. As soon as we ended up breaking above and came back down, I bought as on this red candle down here, as it was a confirmation to go back up, and you win some, you lose some, right? I still almost made $2,000 on the day, only 20 contracts, very, very happy. Now let's look at the game plan for tomorrow. So today, if you look at today, we were just consolidating, right, and validating this price range that we're trading in. If you just zoom out, we did nothing compared to yesterday, right? It's the same ranges, right? And if you sold the move, if you bought puts here and you bought calls here and you sold the move and weren't holding hopes for a big bull run or a stock market crash, you made a lot of money today, and that's why we were able to take advantage of it. So moving forward to tomorrow, what do I want? On this big run-up day, the FOM or CPI, we ended up breaking through some levels. Don't get me wrong, I'm bullish on SPY, but I want SPY to do a crazy dip because I want to short the hell out of the VIX again. I ended up making 60% on one of my big size, big account trade, and then I ended up making 100% on my small account. Just VIX. You buy it and forget about it. One thing for sure is that the SPY always, or the VIX always goes down no matter what. That's the only thing for sure in the stock market, and we have history proving that. So we patiently wait for VIX to get above $20, and then we go with safe puts, a couple points out the money, and it's been working out very well for myself. So we broke through some levels, right? The big level was 586. The next level was 589, and yeah, that's pretty much it. These two levels, I really want to see these tested as support. If you add these to your chart, look at the 588 level, the 589 level. Look how much we're respected here. Now look at the 586 level. Look at the big bounce levels. Look at the big rejection levels. Look at the bounce levels, right? SPY likes to retest big key levels. We broke out of this. There's nothing for sure. Nothing for that. For sure that we're going to go down, right? Because usually, as I said, I showed you guys on the daily time frame last time, when we had that big CPI run up right here on November 6th, right? You see when we gapped up, we didn't fill this gap till 2.5 months later. So this gap here, there is a chance that it could take a while for us to come fill this gap, right? It's a possibility. So just keep that in mind. But what I personally want is, of course, I want SPY to go back down and retest these levels because I'm going to short the hell out of the VIX. Donald Trump is taking office on Monday. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm more bullish than bearish, but anything could happen. I'm not swing trading anything other than when VIX is above 20 bucks, I'm just doing puts on it, right? So the best levels to be trading at tomorrow, I would love 589. It sounds like I'm on auto repeat, I know, but you need to understand the empty pocket between 589 and 586. 589 is the best level to be doing calls at because you're wrong once. It's the same trade, right? The same levels that we've been trading, the exact same trade. If we reject 589, empty pocket to 586. This is why this is the best risk to reward to be buying calls. Between 589 and 588.20s in this zone here, I'll make you a box. Like this is going to be my buy zone for tomorrow. Take it as you wish. I don't. Right? So this is my buy zone right here. This is where I plan to be buying calls, and this is where I'm wrong once. Because if we stop out of here, it's still 2 points down all the way back to 586. Okay? To the upside, we still have a short zone at 585. If you look at the daily candle, right? It's not the most bearish candle, but the bears are still in control because it's a red candle. Red candles means bears are in control. Green candles mean bulls are in control, right? So we still made a higher high and a higher low from the previous day. So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, SPY's bullish, right? If you look at the last 4 days, we're in a bullish trend. Micro 4-day bullish trend, okay? When does that trend break? If we end up breaking 589.50 to 589.20s, we're going to dump to fill this at 584. So it's even a bigger gap down. And this is going to be the best level to be buying calls at for the gap close reversal. 584.80s to 584.20s. This is going to be the best level to be buying call options at. We are still in a sloping resistance on the daily time frame, right? The micro, we're bullish. The macro, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Lower lows, lower highs. Okay? So don't get too bullish or too bearish right now because it's in a scary position, right? We're pretty much consolidating, validating price to either moonshot or to come all the way back down to test the resistance at 561. All right? That's what I personally think. Or at least the 565 level. So we're going to all-time highs, or we're going to drop to 560s. 560s. So best case scenario, we get the drop. I'm not holding anything. I don't care. I'm not holding hopes, right? Holding makes you broke, right? Wishing makes you broke. Play levels and be confident of your trades. Always have an entry, always have an exit, and every single freaking trade that you take, every trade that you enter, you need to know I'm risking $100 on this trade, right? A 2-to-1, or a 1-to-2, 1-to-3 risk to reward. Every trade you enter, you should know whatever your risk is. If you're okay losing $50 or $100, you got to size it accordingly and be like, I'm going to give this trade a shot, and this is what I'm risking. I'm stopping out immediately, and this is where I'm going to take profit. Okay, you need to have that on every single trade. There's so many traders that see a pattern and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to hit puts. And then it just keeps ripping and they're holding and holding and adding and adding. No, that's not how you trade. That's not how you find success in this market. You need to have an entry and an exit. An exit is not just for profit, it's for a loss too. You need to understand that. Just try doing that. See how you do tomorrow. See how you do next week by put 6 trades down, right? 1 trade tomorrow and 5 next week. Out of 6 trades, put your risk to reward. I'm risking $100 to make $300, right? Every single day. If you are right, even 4 days, you're profitable. Remember this. You guys need to remember this. Entry and exit plan. So those are the levels. 589, I'm going to smack calls. If I'm wrong, reversing, hitting puts, down to fill the gap. If we end up holding 589, as I said, calls, right? If we end up holding above today's previous resistance, which was 593.30s, I'm going to hit calls. If we end up gapping up and we're above 594, I'm hitting calls, right? I'm call focused above 593.37, right? The previous resistance. And yesterday's previous resistance. That's why 594 above it, I'm bullish as hell. Levels to be watching. I want calls at 589. I don't really care for puts. You need to watch support and resistances. Look at 591.15. Look at the bounce here, right? Look at the support. Look at all the support here. Look at the resistance. Look at the support. Now go left. It's a support in trading hours. So this is a big level for tomorrow. Okay, 591.15. I'm live streaming on YouTube every single Friday with the Daily Sniper. I'm going to be live. Please like, comment, subscribe, guys. Remember, if you would like to hear me live stream every single day, Monday to Friday, every market, open and pre-market, and Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm streaming all day besides lunch. If you'd like to be a part of the Number One Options Discord, we're not fakers here. We're not paper traders. We're not listening to someone else on YouTube and stealing their stuff. We're actually profitable traders. We don't just BS, right? If you would like to be a part of it, guys, we got everything to back it up. The link is in the bio. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Market open. Take care, guys.